Y'all, welcome back to the 49 check in. We're here to check in with that boy Young Gaddy. What's good, baby?
What's going on, big dog?
Hey, big win, big win, big win, bruh. I know we,
Bi-
we had a quick little check in after the game, and that was a good one too. That was a good one. That was a good one right there.
Yeah,
And
that was a big win, bro.
yeah, good win right there. I don't want to say I was, of course, I don't want to say I was surprised, but I was surprised we started right where we left off, essentially.
That's a good way to put it. That's what I told a lot of people too. It's like, shoot, dude. I mean, we look now we picked up right where we left off. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And some. Like
Yeah.
like Big Trent said, he didn't think that they could upgrade the roster and get better. But you
Mm-hmm.
know, the names that we brought in this offseason, they weren't big names. They weren't splash players. But I knew that that there was, you know what I mean, Jordan Elliott, Malik Collins, Leonard Floyd, Yadam, you know what I mean? When you put on the tape, those guys flashed, you know what I mean? So, right away. So I was always really excited. But as you know, well, we can't talk about last week, bro. This is the NFL. Is every,
Yeah.
we're on
24 hour
to,
rule.
yeah, you know what I mean? We got another tough one, man. In
Another
a
tough
city that
one.
you know well.
Yeah, yeah. But apparently we haven't won there since '92, which is crazy.
They said
So
Trent Williams was 4 years old, bro.
yeah, I was gonna say, damn,
Last
I think
time
I
we
was
won in
about the same.
Minnesota.
I was about same age. Matter of fact, about 4 years old.
Right.
Last time we won there, but I swear I feel like we beat them there. But I guess every time it was at home.
No, I think we did go to there in the preseason and we did beat them. I
Oh,
think
okay.
so. But we don't count preseason wins around here. We're not the Raiders. So
Yeah, Jordan
you know what
Mason,
I'm
of
saying?
course, coming off an amazing game
Right.
in his first start ever.
Yeah. Let's get the elephant out the room. Go ahead.
Well, Christian McCaffrey has a setback with his injury, and he's out already. Already announced on Friday that he's out. Now,
Right.
do you think this early announcement comes on because of that little controversy with
No,
Jordan Mason?
no, it's good. I'm not even, well, we're not even going to entertain that. This is what it comes off of. Supposedly, I don't know if you've seen video floating around, but it shows him at practice yesterday.
I seen that. I seen that video about David Lombardi.
Yeah, and you know what, man? It was disturbing, bro. It was disturbing. He doesn't look like he's happy. He doesn't. The energy's not there. He's favoring his leg. He doesn't got as much bounce. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I'm not there, so I'm not gonna. I mean, but being someone that's been out there on the field, that's what certain body languages look like, bro,
yeah,
and it didn't. His body language didn't look. You see everybody else flying around. This game week. It's Thursday. You know what I mean? They're one day closer to strapping him up
hmm
in Minnesota, and it just didn't look right. That he would look like he was favoring his leg a little bit. At one point, he went to the fence and was stretching it, and the body. I paid attention to the body language, man, and it didn't look right. Which that's when I knew right away that if he's headed to the IR, which is what I expected all along.
it's what I want. With Kyle's track record of running backs, I wouldn't feel the need to rush him back. Though he's a very big part of the team, he can get a lot out of running backs that who are not as, I guess you say, famous, polished, whatever the
Of
word you want to
course,
use. You know what
of
I mean?
course,
So
yes,
I think this early in the season, I would not mind him going to the IR. Really taking 4 weeks to heal up, of course. No need to rush it back. Mason's rated there. Debo's taking 11 carries a game now, so
right,
which I
right.
don't like that
Which we don't
either
like
because
either, right?
yeah,
Of course not.
but yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this much, bro. Be prepared for more than four. I think it could be six, maybe even eight, bro. I'm talking about week 10, maybe. We
Well,
see this dude.
those muscle ones, those calf ones, those linger. Unfortunately,
There you go.
those
And
hammies, those.
yes, and uh tendonitis is something that you just have to
uh
just, bro, put it this way. He went back out there. They rested him during camp. They shut him down. He went back out there. He tried to go last week. He tried to go this week. It flared up again, bro. So
Mm,
tendonitis, you just got to let it. You just got to shut him down. Which it sucks. I mean, it does. But dude, I'm not. I care about Christian McCaffrey towards the end of the year when we're trying to
yeah,
win a Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
exactly. When when
Like,
when it's
can we win a Super Bowl without him? I don't think we can. Which it just shut him down. Shut him
yeah,
down. Can we
and
win
you
football games?
yeah.
100%.
Hmm.
But can we win a Super Bowl? I mean, uh, I'm not comfortable with saying that we can't, bro. I mean that we can. So shut them down. Everybody that thinks that this could be a 4 week shutdown, I would just say prepare for I would say 6 to 10.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm prepared for.
yeah, it just it. You only start getting worried if it starts costing us. And like I just said, from his track record, I think we're gonna get a lot out of Mason, a lot out of the rookie, and we straight. You know what I mean?
Right, and then we'll bring somebody in. We'll bring
Well,
somebody in, bro.
yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? Um, I guess since we're on the topic of injuries, oh, Tua,
Ugh,
that was before we started talking about Niner talker fast.
that
If
was
y'all
hard to
didn't know,
watch. That was hard
yeah,
to
if
watch,
you
bro.
guys didn't know, Miami just played Buffalo, where Buffalo trampled them, and of course Tua was trying to extend the play, got hit again.
Which is what he gets knocked for. They
You know
knock
what I
him a
mean?
lot for not being able to
He didn't
extend
slide.
plays.
He literally went head first, trying to extend the play, trying to make something. He already has 2 interceptions in. They're down 2 to 3 scores, and he has one of the worst concussions I ever seen. Now, I say that to say this though. I remember one time, and I'm not saying nothing out of pocket here, but I remember one time you told me, and you played this beautiful game. You said you had a concussion one time, and you had headaches, and you had to be in dark rooms or whatever. Now I say that to say this, that was your condition. I think that Tua doing those finger things is just his condition. I mean, am I saying it right? It's just
That's
maybe
yeah.
how he reacts. I don't think it's worse than yours because I understand he has 3 of those
Yeah,
situations.
no, it
But
is.
I
It
heard
is,
Will
bro.
Compton. I heard Will Compton say he had like 11. And
Right.
AJ Hawk said they had like 11.
Right. No,
I
there
just
was
feel like
times
maybe it's like when he does it, that just happens, and then it just
no,
looks worse.
but
I don't know.
no.
Maybe I'm wilding. I feel like the
Yeah.
shit look worse than it is.
Look, bro. Anytime you throwing up gang signs
God damn.
and you sleep at the same time, I bet you if you were on the field, I bet you he was snoring, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
I never
crazy.
had none like that. Um,
Yours is
uh,
more of like what you could say, or if you've seen different ones, it's more of a headache or just like a I don't feel too good type of thing.
right. Oh well,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Where
there's
where
levels to the concussion.
there is definitely levels. There's definitely levels, and every football player has got. Not every football player has probably gotten them, but a lot of them have. And
Mm,
but that though, now have I been in games and been around people and teammates that have seen the Furley Ghost
yeah.
for a couple seconds. I have.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the homie A Rod, AJ.
Oh
You know
wow.
what I
Shout out to
mean?
AJ.
He went for a tackle one game in Kansas, and dude's knee clipped him right on the side of the helmet. Bam!
Ooh, you see it all the time. Ooh,
He was asleep,
ooh.
bounced up, came to the sideline smiling. And that's one of the first symptoms of a concussion is you're laughing,
You acting
it's it,
normal.
well, you would
You're
think
making
from
your
the
seem
outside looking
yes, you're
in.
making yourself seem like it's normal, but it's like,
Did
yo,
you
cousin's
see
being
how he
weird.
was? Did you see how he was walking to the locker room?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but no one was home though.
Yeah. The lights were
You
on, but
know,
no one was home.
yes, but and he's focusing so hard on trying to hug everybody, let everybody know
Mhm.
that he's okay. But realistically, you've seen the chicken legs and you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's a different level, bro. So I mean, you said it best. There is definitely different levels of concussions, but at the end of the day, bro, I'm not downplaying none of that. Any
Mm.
concussion it has an effect, has a opportunity to affect you later on down the line. You know what I mean?
Do you think
So
it's a for? What are your thoughts on forcing him to retire? I mean,
no, you don't. Well, you at the end of the day, it's his choice. You know what I
yeah,
mean? At the end of the day, it's his choice. Now, I don't. Do I necessarily think that he's going to play football this year? I don't think he is. I think he's done.
this year.
I think he's done for the year.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
hypey.
Now, or at least, I mean, we're talking a while, bro. Like a
I feel
while.
like I feel like they're gonna because of the severity on how it looked. I feel like I don't want to say they're gonna overdo it, but I feel like his, like you said, his concussion is different than others. So I feel like with him, they're gonna be like, "Yo, before you go on that field, we're gonna have to do hella neurological tests and shit like that." You know what I mean? Different than other alignment concussion or something like that.
You,
You know what I mean? Because it's. I mean, damn,
it's
I've never
concerning, bro,
I've
because the
never seen
hit,
that. I've seen
because
so
the
many dog, we've seen so many concussions. I've never seen no shit like that. And then it happened
yeah,
twice. I was like,
right.
holy shit. And then the
Well,
irony, DeMar Hamlin did it. I said,
yeah, that's
oh man,
crazy.
this
That's crazy, right?
boy, this is the football gods right here.
And if you look at the hit, bro, it really, I mean,
It was
it's no, it
it was
wasn't
definitely a
helmet to
head knocker.
helmet. It was, yeah, it was,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. A lot of other people got to realize too. You can get a concussion by whiplash. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't necessarily take a direct blow to the head. You know what I mean? You can. There's people that get in car accidents that get concussions. There's people that
Mm-hmm.
at work you fall off a ladder, you fall off a reach. I mean, you can get a concussion several different ways. So, I mean, I see a lot of people talking about, well, the hit wasn't that bad, and I just brought it up because it didn't look that bad. But that's what's concerning with him, bro, is the hit. eh, For him to for the hands to tighten and you get that whole motion.
Yeah.
That's every time, bro. He takes a blow
Yeah.
to the head. That's what happens.
And that's what I mean, I believe, when I say I feel like it looked worse than it was. It's like, damn, his reaction to concussions is the fingers and all
Right,
that stuff. And it's like, damn, other people's just kind of like, they do the head shaking and I'm gonna call it for a day, whatever. Da, 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 da. But I don't know. You start getting to the point that the media nowadays, the media can just forcefully talk so much about it. You know what I mean? The same with
right,
the
right,
Kendrick thing, for example.
right.
Like we don't know what Kendrick was thinking when they said Kendrick gonna do the Super Bowl. What if Kendrick was they were gonna do the Super Bowl and he said, "Hey, you know what? It's in New Orleans. I'm finna bring out Wayne and Master
Right.
P and all that." But now it's now it's
That's
tainted
right.
because everybody and every mama had a damn opinion about it 5 seconds after
We
they
don't
announced
know
it.
who he reached out to.
Damn, well, he could have brought out Drake.
I mean, I mean, just to touch on that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen that Little Wayne spoke on it. I didn't press on the video, but one of the things I told somebody was, bro, we don't know if they offered Wayne. I mean, and it wasn't a big enough bag for him. I don't know.
It was
But
Opinion City
nowadays
with it.
right. But nowadays we're so quick to just, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
Crazy.
come on, we're talking about Kendrick Lamar. There's no way he's doing this in New Orleans and he's not going to pay homage to them. There's no way.
Come on.
It's not possible.
I figured there was gonna be for sure Silk the Shocker and all. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
he's
right,
bringing New Orleans out,
right,
Juvenile. Like who's to say he wasn't gonna do that? So let's say
right,
hypothetically he does it now. Man, they're gonna be
right,
like, damn. It's like we can't have nothing nowadays because of this shit, phones and
right.
shit. You know what I mean? Everyone got their damn opinions and whatnot. It's like, come on, man.
Exactly, bro. So, but I mean, hey, you know what? I'm happy for K Dot. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's
And
gonna be tight.
that's it, bro. And at the end of the day, if we're playing in the Super Bowl, I could care less about. You know what I
I was
mean?
gonna,
I don't give a
yeah,
fuck about the F
exactly.
about the halftime
Yeah,
show. I'm worried about if
X's
we're in
and
that
O's.
game. I could care less. That's
Yeah. Well,
halftime. We eating. I'm hydrating. You know
that's
what I'm
it.
saying?
Focusing,
Maybe a
doing a
little bit of Casamigos or
yeah.
Hornitos. We getting hydrated.
I'm
You know what I'm
telling
saying? We
you.
hitting the bathroom, getting right real quick. You know what I mean? It's a full halftime.
Yeah.
And then I'm right back to the game. I might partake, but if the Niners are playing in the Super Bowl, which I expect, I could care less about the halftime show if we're playing in the game.
You ain't lying. Well,
Right,
in order to get to that Super Bowl, we're gonna have to get back to these Vikings.
right. So let's
And
get to them.
these Vikings is they would you say it was a surprise win?
Absolutely not. The Giants are terrible.
Okay.
The organization is terrible. I mean, they're a historic franchise, but they're a mess, bro. They're a mess.
Yeah.
So is there anything specifically you want to ask before I mean, because I can just go. Tell me when
I
to
was
go.
gonna say just to point some stuff out real fast.
Uh-huh.
They added Adam Jones. They've added Stephon Gilmore, and as
Yes.
far as with CMC being out, Jordan Addison is out.
Okay.
And we have Sam Darnold, of course, starting quarterback, our former backup last year. Go.
Right. So we're going to talk about this is what we're going to talk about first. We're going to clear the air on last year's game because that was a big emphasis, right?
Oh my God.
I know that's a big emphasis, right? Okay, remember, people. Speaking of concussions, Brock Purdy had a concussion.
Mm-hmm.
He got concussed on that QB sneak, and then he went back in the game and threw an interception. You know what I mean? And then he didn't play against the Bengals. It went all the way up to, I believe, Friday or Saturday. And he got cleared to play, and then he played against the Bengals. Right? So let's get that out the way. Right?
And we had a terrible game against the Bengals.
Right.
Yeah,
but against the Vikings, before he had the concussion, Brock Purdy was balling. Balling.
And mind you, we still had a chance if your boy didn't do that zero blitz and da.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to there. So we'll get the concussion out the way. That was one thing. No excuses. I'm not taking nothing away from the Vikings. They played with heart. They played hard. You know what I mean? They were on a roll at that time because no matter of fact, Kirk Cousins played and he diced us up. So I'll give that to him. I'm not taking nothing.
Game is when he
yes. I'm not taking nothing away from the Vikings, but I mean, the facts is the facts. Brock Purdy had a concussion and he finished the game. Okay, second of all, that cover zero right before halftime. I mean, I don't know what Wilkes was thinking. I mean, that was crazy. And they made us pay. Mooney, he was in great coverage on that play. Addison just made a great catch. You know what I mean?
It felt like an interception at the beginning of the moment.
Right. There's nothing you can do. Sometimes you just got to look at the DB and say, "Hey, man, you did everything right." Yeah. And you know what I mean? Good ball placement and just a hell of a catch. Then you just got to chalk it up. Then, I would say that was a big deal. I would say those were the two big deal, and the Christian McCaffrey fumble.
Yes,
that was big too. We were going
first in one in years. Might have been his first one in his career. It felt like
right. So those three were big, but I'm not taking nothing away from them. This year's a little different. It's the same. It's the same defense. Brian Flores, hell of a defensive coordinator. They run a lot of cover zero, so they're going to be manned up a lot. You know what I mean? I think I read something like 75% or 80% of the time. So they're manned up a lot. So yeah, they're sticky. But if you can, when you play man, it's high risk. You know what I mean? What is it? High risk.
High risk, high reward. I guess so.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Exactly. I don't know why I got a brain fart right there. High risk, high reward. But if you don't hit on that blitz, if you don't hit in that man coverage, and the person which we do want better than any team in the NFL is what? Yards after catch. So if you happen to miss, you miss a tackle, you jump a route, and you just whiff, we're off to the races. Which Christian McCaffrey had a big gain on the screen in that game too.
Yep.
So they play cover zero. They're very sound, bro. They're very sound. They mix up a lot of stuff right before the snap of the ball. They're in one thing, and right before the snap of the ball, they go into you know what I mean? They just morph into something else. They disguise stuff very well. But at the end of the day, they want to play man. but they are very disciplined, bro. They are a very disciplined defense. Uh, I don't want to sit up here and act like I know too much about them because it's one game.
1 week. Yeah.
But I from what I did see is they play a lot of man and they're disciplined, dude. They are very they tackle well, they run to the football. You could tell they play for Brian Flores, bro. They
Mm,
could, you know what I mean? You could tell
I
they play
like
for
that.
that guy.
Everyone
Now,
fits this dream. I know they don't have Daniil Hunter no more. So that's good.
right. But they still have Harrison Smith. You know
Yeah,
what I
the
mean?
legend.
Their line is by committee. They're young, but they're sound. They're very sound, and they run to the football. And I'll say it again, dude. They play for. You could tell they play for him. They believe in the scheme and they trust in it, and that's all there is to it. They let all the chips fall where they may. You know what I mean? Now the offensive side of the ball, that's where. Let's start with Sam Darnold. Um,
Shout out.
First of all, shout out to him. I'm happy for him.
It's
You know
always
what I
good to get
mean?
a second chance, man.
Right. Uh, I guess the book on him too is, and which we've seen it, is you get pressure in him right in his face, and, and he'll give you some, you know what I mean? He's generous, to say the least. Now,
I believe his career stats is 35 touchdowns to 34 interceptions.
exactly. So you get pressure on him, but I will say this. The game, now this is the New York Giants. The game that I just watched, they blitzed the shit out of him, bro. And
Mm.
he stood in there and was delivering balls. He was comfortable. He was making his reads. You know what I mean? But I will say this: their interior O line, the center, and their guard. I know for sure their guard was rated in week one. He was one of the worst guards
Oh,
in the
nice.
NFL.
Nice.
So I feel like, and I'm piggybacking too off, other YouTubers and I see the same things that they see too,
Mm-hmm.
but they've broadened it up.
It's the all 22.
Right. It's a big
Mm-hmm.
game for Hargrave and Malik Collins.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we can really get to him, which then in terms of what does Sam Darnold someone have a problem with was pressure.
Yeah. Mobility.
Before last week, it was pressure in his face.
Yeah.
So I feel like we can get to him, and we'll see what happens. But I wouldn't be surprised if our game plan is just to let the front four rush, and we just sit back and just play
Zone.
defense.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We just play defense. You got Justin Jefferson, Addison's out.
Addison's out.
Which is, I mean, wish for him a speedy recovery, but I'm not. Don't hurt my feelings none.
Yeah.
Because he's a really good football player. Hawkinson's out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see if they run the ball. Remember last year they ran the shit out of the ball. We could not stop Alexander Madison, bro.
Yeah, he gone too though.
Yes. So
Adam Jones is no slapdick. He gave his score last week and everything. He scored last week. I'll say
Do
that.
you remember the last time we saw Adam Jones? It was the fourth quarter of the 49ers game in the playoffs, and he was, back to the end zone running for like 35, 40 yards. You remember that run he had?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, we were there in the playoff game.
Yeah,
with the Green Bay Packers.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, he's definitely somebody that you watch. Well, all around, I just see a football team. They're well coached. They're young. They're hungry. I like O'Connell. I like the D coordinator. Everything I keep on hearing too, and I never really, I never really looked at it, but it makes sense. They play in a dome, and every Minnesota Vikings fan that I've ever met has been real loyal. They said that dome is no joke.
Oh, Polo said it's one of his favorite stadiums he's ever been to, and they're saying it's automatic. You have to go to silent count.
And Brock Purdy already talked about that. He said we're silent counting, we're locked in, we're ready to roll. So that, and I never really paid attention to that. Now, I mean, I'm not surprised at all. I don't know what I was thinking, but I mean, the bottom line is, we would be crazy to think that this is just a walk in the park, especially after what happened last year. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I just had
haven't won there since '92.
Right, and I'm not trying to make excuses on what happened last year with the Brock Purdy and the cover zero call, but I just had to highlight
Yeah.
I just had to highlight those are facts. Brock Purdy was concussed. He had a
Yes.
concussion. He was balling. Go look at the numbers. He still had a really good game. You know what I mean? No Trent Williams, no Debo. I
Hmm.
mean, you know what I mean? We're no McCaffrey this time, but I don't think we're gonna come in there. You know what I mean? Sleeping. It seems like the guys are locked in and we're ready to, make a. We're ready to once again. Each week in the NFL, it's about making a statement. Last week is last week. We're on to this week now.
Yeah. It's gonna be. I think. I think we're gonna get on them boys. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna
Right.
lie to you.
I hope you're right.
Having said all that, I think the way we just came out in midseason form, I'm already saying. I know I stressed that a lot, but the way we were clicking was something I've really never seen just off the rip like that. It
Right.
was literally
Right.
like, damn, y'all really just started from last year. It
Right.
was
Right. Right.
amazing. So I was just like,
Right.
okay, well, that's that then,
Yeah. So
Jawan didn't practice all week, unfortunately. So I
yeah, but
think
he's a gamer. He's
yeah.
ready to go.
Oh yeah.
You know what? With McCaffrey being out, bro, I'm excited for Brock, bro. This is a chance for Brock, which from what I saw, I mean, there was one play. I think it might have been an incompletion or he threw it out of bounds or something like that. I don't even think it was a complete pass.
Mhm.
There was one play, dude, where he was feet like 2 feet to the concrete, standing in the pocket, one read, two read, three read, and dude, hey, you don't see quarterbacks doing that even in the NFL.
Mhm.
I mean, there was a play last night with Tua when he threw that interception, how he just bailed out the back of the end zone and just lobbed the ball towards the sideline. The first thing I thought to myself was Brock Purdy would never do nothing like
Never.
that, dude.
It was weird because the way he just floated it, I was kind of like, I don't think this ball's gonna get out of bounds, and because just came out of nowhere.
Right, right,
It,
right, right. But he was under pressure.
yeah.
I will stand on it. And people are just now starting to give him praise, because who are we, right? But the ESPNs and the NFL analysts, the dude's pocket presence is second to none. He's top five. I would even make a case that he's number one in the NFL. The way one of the analysts just said, no, Alex Smith said it. The way he stands in the pocket, bro, he's the most fearless quarterback in the NFL, bro.
Nice.
The way he stands in the pocket, he will stand in the pocket, bro, and deliver the ball. And it's coming out on time and with accuracy. And then his mobility and the way he can move is so underrated, bro. It is so
Mhm.
underrated. I don't think it's underrated anymore because people are starting to see it. But that's stuff that we saw, we've been seeing for the last 2 years.
And now, right when you said 2 years, I was gonna say money. He's in his third year of starting, bro.
Crazy, right? Crazy, bro.
I mean,
Crazy.
and I'm not gonna say look what him. I would never want to compare him and Sunshine's career or anything like that. But just look at Sunshine's, 4 years, 5 years,
Right, right, right,
and there's
right,
been no progression. Now he
right,
doesn't have Kyle, of course, but hey, you know what I'm saying?
right, right.
Uh, Other quarterbacks couldn't do what he
Exactly.
does. This
And
is a
that's what
special. This is a special combination we got going on.
and
This
that's
is
what
a
I'm excited about, B Nas, is
Mhm.
is I'm not excited that Christian's hurt, but I'm excited that this guy gets a chance now to just distribute the football and go to work and put a stamp on this is I believe that we're getting ready to see he's getting ready to take a whole nother step, bro. You know what I mean?
and he said it himself. It's the away games where you really got to put it together. That's
Because
where
they're on a silent count.
you know what I
Yes.
mean.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on
where
now,
you're locked
Booney.
in. You're
This is gonna be the
focused.
loudest Booney's been in so far. I don't know if he's
Right.
played in the game in Bama or something like
Right.
that, but
Speaking of Dominic Tooney, Jesus Christ, bro.
I mean, highest graded rookie,
That's right.
journeyman,
I mean, hey,
crazy. Talking about hitting on one. Was he
people.
third?
I
Third or
mean,
fifth
what with what?
round?
I think it was a third round pick. No,
Third round.
I think it was a third round pick.
Okay, yeah,
We
yeah,
we sound crazy right now, but yeah,
yeah.
dude, dog.
He's the
Did you see?
dog.
Shout out to Baldy, bro. The way he was breaking it down,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a high level tossing guys, tossing
Mhm.
veterans out the way, bro.
I was gonna say
Quentin
talking
Williams,
grown
yes,
men, but he's also
yes,
grown. He's not
yes.
coming into the as no little boy.
Yes, and the Minnesota Vikings do have two good tackles. I didn't mean to shit on their interior. That's where they're weak up front. Their two tackles are very good. One of their tackles just got extended this year with Justin Jefferson.
Mm.
So you know what I mean. It'll be a good matchup. It'll be a good matchup with Floyd and Bosa. I'm interested to see. I don't necessarily know if I would just blitz Sam Darnold. I might just let the front go. What I would probably do is I'd let the front go and I would just sit back. You know what I mean? I would just sit
Mhm.
back, play zone. And that's the difference between last year's defense and this year's defense. This year's defense is like the defenses from before. We're just going to sit back. We're going to rally to the football.
Mhm.
And by the fourth quarter, you're going to get tired of being hit by 8 guys. You know what I mean? We're going to be punching at the ball. We're going to be swarming like wild dogs, foaming
Mhm.
out the mouth. You know what I mean? And we're just going to sit back. And when you make a mistake, we're going to capitalize on it.
Gonna pounce on it. We're gonna
That's
wear
it.
you down
You
until
know what
you're
I
just
mean?
like, oh my God,
Exactly.
here's an easy little pick.
Exactly.
You know?
And it's about playing, everybody doing their job, focus, and not trying to do this person's job, that person's job. It's about everybody worrying about them, executing to a high level and focusing on their job. And that's what I like about this defense. There's not too much flash or we didn't even blitz, bro.
Yeah,
We didn't even
that's
blitz.
crazy.
Now, maybe
Didn't
it,
even need
it
to.
had something to do with Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what Nick Sorensen is going to drop. This is the second game, so I don't really have, talk to me week 10. I'll have kind of a better idea. But I wouldn't be surprised if we either bring a lot of pressure and try to get in Sam's face, or don't be surprised if we just sit back and just rally to the football and see what
I
they're
can
going to do.
I can see Bosa getting home. You know what I mean? I feel like this is
Right,
a Bosa game.
right. Okay,
Though
I like
Bosa's
that.
always getting chipped, always getting doubled. It's finally time for somebody's damn lineman
Well,
to
the
man
thing
up.
is now you're going to have to pay attention to Leonard Floyd.
You know what I'm saying?
And your Torre Gross Matos is back, which
He
I'm
practiced.
super happy to watch. I don't know
Mhm.
if Huff's gonna play. Even if Huff misses one more game, I'm cool with that. You know
I
what I mean?
don't
Yeah,
force
there's
it.
no rush.
It's
You know what
not
I mean?
we're not getting blasted for 300 yards. It's
Right,
all right. You know what I mean?
right, exactly. But I look for JP to piggyback off last game.
Mhm.
Um, uh, like I said, it's week 2. It's kind of hard to tell tendencies and whatnot. But if the same team shows up that showed up last week at Levi Stadium, I have no doubt in my mind that we're not going to get the win. And as long as we're playing our style of football, you know what I mean. Last year was, it was just some weird stuff that went
This
on. No Debo, no Trent.
and Jordan
Another
Addison
week.
going for 120 something with 3
Right,
touchdowns.
right,
Get out of
right.
here.
Another weekend for Trent to be back and get his
Mhm.
feet underneath him. Another weekend for Ayuk to get back, get his feet underneath him. So I'm
Mhm.
looking for big things. I'm excited to watch Brock Purdy. What's your final score?
I'm gonna say 28-17. Us,
Oh,
of course.
okay.
28-17.
And give me your
Maybe
player of the game on offense.
28-17. I think George goes dumb.
Kittle game?
Yeah, and
Kittle game.
you know what happens when it's Kittle game. It gets bad. He doesn't play
Right.
around. You know what I mean? He doesn't. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
he goes really
Right.
really. So I feel like it's Kittle game. I feel like
Okay.
they don't have a lot. I mean, it's gonna be a little battle between him and Harrison, but
Okay.
I feel like Kittle goes off, bro. I
Okay.
don't
Give
want to
me your
see
defensive
Debo.
player
I
of the
don't want to
game.
see Debo run the ball 11 times though
I'm with you. I'm with you.
on that one.
Give, what's your
Defensive player
defensive player of the game?
for 17 weeks is gonna be Fred, okay? No matter what. But so barring Fred, bro, I want to
In
see
Fred, we trust,
on
man.
everything, man. Start giving them about defensive award, damn,
But
both. But I do want to see Hardgrave. I do want to see that middle. I want to see that middle penetrate, and I want to see that middle
okay,
cause a ruckus. You know what I mean?
I like
And
that. I like that.
real talk.
Okay,
So
okay.
Adam Jones has 37 yards. You know what I
So
mean?
I'm gonna go in reverse order. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. Defensive player of the game. I'm going Hargraves, Grave
Mm-hmm.
Digger. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
On
I'm
every
going
day.
him on offense. I think we pick up right where we left off. I think Jordan Mason is balling again, and I think Purdy has a flawless game and doesn't turn the ball over at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then as far as a score, let's see. I'm gonna go low scoring game.
Mm.
I'm gonna go 24-13.
Mm.
24-13.
Okay, I like that.
24-13.
I like that. Another great game by Mooney.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
boy Money Mooney's coming into his own. I like that.
I think they're gonna. I think you know what I mean. I think it's gonna be a tussle, and it will just wear them down.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not taking nothing away from those guys. So yeah, we're going 24-13. They get a touchdown and 2 field goals, and we score 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
I like that right there.
Yeah,
I like that. And like you said, CMC, welcome to the IR, bro. It's
yes,
all
sir.
right. It's all right. I'm not.
Who's before we go? Who's Michigan guy?
We got Arkansas State. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
So this is a bounce back game. This is a bounce back game. If I ever see
Thank
one,
God. Thank God.
I'm not gonna. But here's the thing, though. If you show struggles against Arkansas State, man, you know they're coming after that brother's head.
They got to put 70 on.
Oh my mama, they have to. And Donovan
because
Edwards
remember,
he has to stop coming like he's the fucking second coming of Edgerrin James or something. Stop,
right,
dude. He's so overrated, bro. It's ridiculous, my nigga. So I was just like, all right, bro, show me something, Donovan, against FBSU.
Right. So remember though, I'm not writing you guys off. Hey, 12 teams.
Come on now.
I'm not. I mean, hey, I'm not. I'm not writing y'all off. Every now and again, you need a good old. Every now and then, you need a good old. Kick, foot, and ass. You know what I mean? So
but this is a very important game because, I mean, these last 2 games, the quarterback has been looking bad. I'm talking about not even 200 yards. So if they're gonna run with Derek, I mean, they're gonna go with Warren. I thought Alex Orji was gonna run it. I thought we was gonna run some shit. I thought Cubs was gonna be the second coming to Cam Newton. Right. Hell no. So yeah.
All right, man. All right, bro.
Hey, it's gonna be a good one, bro. 10 o'clock. It's gonna be an early one. It's gonna be early.
Hey, get the eggs out, get the griddle out. You know what I mean? Maybe some pancakes. You know what I mean?
Some sausage. Game, baby.
If you don't dine on swine, maybe some turkey bacon. You know what I mean? And do your thing, man. But I'm gonna holler at you, big dog.
Hey, I haven't said that. He's Gaddy. I'm B Nas. Niner check in.
Peace.